To know the real origin of this pandemic is important to all countries around the world. According to U.S. Republican Representative and physician Marianette Miller Mix, it matters for public health and security, and it matters on how to address the next pandemic. Recently, the House Republicans held its own hearing on COVID-19 origins. The Republican lawmakers claimed that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was holding up full committee hearings. They had invited Dr. Anthony Fauci and Francis Collins, director of NIH. However, House Minority Whip Steve Scalise said that without the approval of the Speaker, their hearing had no subpoena power to oblige them to testify. According to Whip Scalise, this is far from a diversion that Speaker Pelosi used to claim for refusing to allow a single hearing. In his opening remarks, he said that this pandemic could be a crime of the century, as the evidence continues to prove that COVID-19 was a man-made disaster that started in the Wuhan laboratory. They are firmly pointing the finger to China. The Chinese government engaged in a series of lies, followed by a massive cover-up from the very start of COVID-19, and that evidence strongly points to the virus started in one laboratory. It was also said in his remarks that the first official lie was when Chinese Communist Party, CCP, on January 2, 2020, claimed that the 27 reported cases was from an animal to human, and all along, Dr. Fauci and Dr. Redfield of NIH knew that that was likely a lie. Today, not even a single case of the virus is from an animal to human. CCP was covering up knowledge of human-to-human transmission. On the same month also, there was a report of high demand of N95 respirators in China. Chinese are aware that the virus was spreading from human to human. Weeks later, China was spreading the disease globally by allowing people from Wuhan on international flights. COVID-19 started months earlier than late December and not in the wet market. But this was when 3 Wuhan lab workers sought hospital care for an unknown respiratory illness. This is between mid-October to mid-November of 2019. Whip Scalise also said that the current facts that they know today are the following. Number 1, no intermediate host. The animal that the bat would be expected to infect that would then transmit the virus to humans has not been found after testing hundreds of species of the most likely candidates. Number 2, there is no evidence it was ever in the human community before the pandemic began. It had perfected human-to-human spread from the very beginning. That is the hallmark of a lab-created virus. Lastly, the Wuhan lab was conducting potentially dangerous research on bat coronaviruses and their ability to cause pandemics, including gain-of-function research. I am Lovely Montoya of Manila STV.